Today we're going to be going through my very biased ranking of different Seattle neighborhoods. I used the deep research feature on ChatGPT to pull these neighborhoods. It is supposedly the top 15. However, I don't necessarily agree with all of them, but we'll work with it today. Alright, I've got everything pulled up in front of me, and our first is going to be South Lake Union. Now, SLU sits just north of the downtown core, right along the lake. It has kind of a business feel to it, and I would say it's a fun neighborhood, but not my end-all be-all favorite. I'd say I give it a B. All right, next we have Beacon Hill. This is towards the southern end of Seattle and sort of sits closer to Lake Washington. It's got a lot of fun bars and restaurants, kind of a more youthful scene to it, I would say. I like it. Again, not my end-all be-all favorite, but solid on the list. I'd give this one probably an A. Ravenna. Ravenna is a neighborhood right next to University District. It's very charming, has the U Village for shopping and drinks. This is actually one of my personal favorite Seattle neighborhoods, potentially because I have a lot of memories made here with family and things like that, so I would give this one also an A. Next, we have Magnolia. Magnolia is a residential neighborhood sort of to the northwest of downtown, right next to Queen Anne. It's beautiful. You have the lighthouse and Discovery Park. Lots of cute shops, one of my favorites being the garden store there. Again, a solid neighborhood. I would give it, just because it's quite relaxed and slow, a great place to live, but maybe not a place you're going to go visit all the time. For that reason, I would say I'd give it a B. Okay, Columbia City. Honestly, I haven't spent a ton of time in Columbia City. I'm more of a North Seattle kind of gal, but I would probably give it, just on what I know, solid B. All right, now we have Central District, which is a really convenient spot to be because you can access Capitol Hill, Madison Park, downtown, like Washington. You can really get kind of everywhere from Central District, and there's a lot of fun things going on in the neighborhood itself. So I would say, for that reason, I would also give this one a B. Okay, Greenwood and Finney Ridge. These are two neighborhoods that were morphed into one, I think just because they're really close together. I really like them both because they have some adorable strips with different restaurant joints. You're very easy access to Green Lake and Fremont. You also have the Woodland Park Zoo. There's a lot of fun things to do in this area. I would definitely give this one an A. Okay, West Seattle, one of my absolute favorites. I love West Seattle because it feels like its own coastal town. You'll notice that's a common theme of places that I like, is things that feel really connected to the ocean. It definitely does. It has its own identity, but you're really close to the city. Tons to do outside. Lovely neighborhoods. This one is my very first S tier. Okay, Green Lake. Another amazing neighborhood in Seattle. You have so much to do right along the lake. There's plenty of outdoor activity. Again, you're close to the Woodland Park Zoo. There's restaurants and shopping sort of circling the lake. Also, because of its proximity to I-5 and convenience to everything, would be, in my book, another S tier. Okay, Wallingford. This neighborhood is very relaxed. You have easy access, similar to Green Lake, to a lot of different neighborhoods and I-5. If you want a little bit of a slower pace next to everything, Wallingford is a really good neighborhood, and it's very pretty as well. So I would say this is, in my book, an A tier. Okay, Fremont. Fremont is a super fun neighborhood. Some people coin it as the center of the universe in Seattle. There's so much going on here, bars and restaurants, quirky shops. You've got the Fremont Troll. I would say it's one of Seattle's most iconic spots to be. Super, super fun. It isn't my absolute favorite. I wouldn't compare it to like West Seattle and Green Lake, but it is an amazing neighborhood, so I have to give it an A, but I'm sure many people would put this on their S list. Okay, next we have Queen Anne, one of Seattle's most beautiful neighborhoods, in my opinion, architecturally. There's so many pretty properties here. You have a nice strip on the top of the hill for drinks and bars and restaurants. And then as you move towards the south, as you get closer to downtown, there's a lot of fun things to do in that area. You've got Cary Park, Lake Union, easy access to Fremont and Ballard, Magnolia. It's a central location in a very popular neighborhood, rightfully so. It is getting really pricey, I will say, but you do have a good mix of townhomes and houses and condos. So for that reason, I'd definitely give this one an A as well. Okay, Capitol Hill. This neighborhood is absolutely amazing. One of my favorites in the city. It's not a place that I would necessarily live, but it's one of my places to visit. The appeal, in my opinion, of Capitol Hill is that you're very close to downtown and you have a ton to do in your neighborhood, but it also has a wide array of, downtown feeling streets and vibrant streets to also rolling hills and residential properties. It is very diverse is the way I would describe it in the way that it feels. And so I would definitely put this one on my A list as well. A lot on my A list. Okay, Ballard. This neighborhood, in my opinion, goes on the S list easily. It's probably one of my favorites in the whole city. You have so much to do on its downtown strip, but you've also got a wide array of houses, townhomes, condos, single families with tree-lined streets. You've got Golden Gardens Park with tons to do along the waterfront. And it doesn't feel too big, and similar to West Seattle, it really has its own identity and feels like its own place within the city. So that's why it's on my S list. And that's all my neighborhoods. That would be my general ranking. They're all great. I wouldn't necessarily say any belong in the C or D. And, they're on the list for a reason. So comment down below what your favorite neighborhood is in Seattle, what you agree and disagree with, and follow along as I make more content about this region, Northwest Washington, the homes here, life, and all of the above. My name is Madison Arthur, a local real estate broker here. I'll catch you for the next one. Bye.